So if you want answers like that, Darren, please put in a request and we'll get you on the agenda, okay? I'm following the law. I have,
Well,
She is following the law.
from our city attorney. So if you can voice everything you want in public comments, but we're not to respond.
I know that.
Okay,
What do you think I spent 18 years on the council for?
I know that, Darren. I know. But when you ask questions, why are we doing that? Then you're leading us up to answering, we can't do that.
Well, anyway,
But thank you.
we was paying for something that wasn't ours. It wasn't the city's.
Okay. On to the next one. So the bill, yeah, so the bill. So, we had Deborah come in and of course voice her opinion as far as the food trucks and stuff like that. So I've actually heard from a couple others in town that kind of voiced the same and wanted us to, look at charging them because they're coming in and they're not even concerned about them taking business from their establishment. They just don't feel it's fair that they have to buy a business license and the food trucks are not paying anything. So when I looked at we looked at Ozark and kind of mirrored theirs a little bit. And then after talking, so I've talked to Ozark, I've talked to Springfield, I've talked to Nixa, I've talked to Clever, and I've talked to Billings. They all charge for the food trucks, they charge a business license, which is $25 a year for a business license. The only thing that I need y'all's input on how we word it and what we do is for like the festivals and stuff like that. If we're going to do like vendors, and all vendors, or if we're specifically going to do food trucks that sit in town. You guys have food trucks that come for the 4th of July and have food trucks that come for persimmon days. The park board
I
has,
was gonna say, don't they charge?
the park board has been charged.
Smart. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, they probably already charge a fee.
Yes.
Yeah, so for 4th of July, we charge a fee and it's different depending on what they do. I think food trucks is like $75 and it goes down to 30.
Correct.
Okay.
Craft
Yeah.
vendors and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so they charge for theirs. So I don't see,
I wouldn't think
double
we need a
charge.
double charge, no.
okay. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Mhm. Because that's separate and the food trucks that come here and park like at the bank don't necessarily go to 4th of July. I mean, they may
Right.
not be the same ones,
Right.
so.
And I guess if they did do the 4th of July, they would still pay that fee because that fee
Right,
would
that's
be for
separate.
an event instead of just sitting in town. It'd be the same thing because they're getting charged, the city doesn't charge, but they get charged. And then persimmon days, they actually, they don't pay to rent the park, but they pay for power and all of that.
And
Correct. And then toiletries.
yes,
So they pay for all their own stuff. It's not different. So the main thing is just kind of looking at how we might address it. And do we do per time? Do we just do the annual fee? Do we do,
Can we have both in case like maybe they come a couple times and maybe they're like not getting as much business so they don't want to come anymore? Or how, I don't know, what do we think about that?
oh no, so if we did the business license, that's $25 a year. If we did individual, I mean,
That could be more,
probably more.
yes.
But Becky did say that with the only upside to the business license is on the business license, they have to provide to us that they are compliant with collecting sales taxes. So like right now, we don't know if they're collecting sales tax, if they're not collecting sales tax, if we're getting benefited or not getting benefits. But if they file for a business license, then they have to provide to us that they're in good standings.
I've got an email to our attorney to ask them if we can get a list of the sales tax paid by each entity. So it would be on there. I'm waiting to find out how to get hold of that report. Dawn had told me to contact the OR, see what we can do to get that report.
So I just kind of wanted, like I said, we put the whole change out there, but then, we got a lot of comments, and the more I researched it, it's just kind of different. But if we could get that report,
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Sales tax in the city.
yeah. Right. So it's just something.
Without the business license, because it's good for a year. And then I can, they have to bring sales tax from the state.
Right.
They work from the state, and then I'll be able to track it better when I find out how we can get this report. John said there'll be a way to get this report, but he's not sure exactly how to get it, so he gave you a reference.
To get that. So maybe we'll bring it back next month with more information, or even the following month. Because what I was looking at, because, this year's pretty much it's almost gone. So what I was gonna suggest is just putting it into effect January 1. That way we start a new year.
And give them time. Hey, heads up.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of,
Charging you for this.
instead of the people that are scheduled to come next week, be like, oh, by the
And
way,
this actually boils down more to us getting sales tax.
yeah,
Instead of charging them daily for permits, we just, they should be compliant with sales tax if they're running a business.
Right.
And whatever city they're doing, they should be compliant with that, because that's what cities run on. So we would make up so to say, the revenue with sales tax. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. And then we have $25 annual fee.
and then they would be paying the same thing as what our local businesses pay. Local businesses pay property tax and all that, but that's their responsibility to own a business here.
Right.
That they're located, yeah. That they're-
I think the yearly is successful. Because you're probably that. That's true. It happened.
So I think it's.
Okay, so we're gonna pass on the first reading of the bills for bill number 202525-006, until more information can be obtained. Okay, so there are no resolutions, there are no ceremonial matters, and we have Chief Taylor of the Police Department.
Hello, everyone. So calls for service this last month was 385 calls, and same period over last August was 311. We had 30 less citations and 6 less arrests compared to last year. Last month I told you that July was our very busiest month of the year so far. Well, this year was that far behind it by 5 calls. School's back in session, as everyone knows. And we're trying to work very closely with our school to keep our kids safe. That's our future and stuff like that. So we want to keep them as safe as possible. So we're spending every amount of time we can near the schools to keep things flowing smoothly. The outfitting of the new patrol car has been completed and is in operation. Had a lot of comments of how it looks. We will go ahead and stripe it. It's the same. It'll be the same stripe package as the 6 of SPD03, the one Heather's driving right now. It'll be look just like that, and I would suspect that to be done by the end of the month. I've already talked to him. He's got everything he needs except for the oval patch that goes on the cars. He's ordered those. It usually take 10 days to get there. So by the end of the month, we should be up and completely marked. Our flock cameras are working just the way we anticipated them to work. In our first 10 days of having them, we had recovered a set of stolen plates. We had a warrant arrest, and the flock cameras in one day helped us recover 2 stolen vehicles. So the resources that they are doing has been phenomenal, and things we would have never caught if we didn't have these in place. So they're doing exactly what we had hoped they would do. Thursday, we have interviews set up to replace Officer O'Malley. We hope that these interviews go well and we'll be able to pick a candidate out of the people who will be interviewed. Right now, there are only 3 applicants that are going to be interviewed. 2 of them have no law enforcement experience. They have been through the academy, but no on-the-road experience. And the third one has some experience, but comes with baggage. I'll leave it at that for now. Okay, we'll see. Several years ago, I went through a counterterrorism officers program. It was over 18 months of training, and because of that, I get the opportunity to apply for a specific grant. This grant is for $7,500 this year, and I will be trying to apply for that grant to work on our connectivity in our patrol cars. Right now, we have to log into like 5 different things, and it'll kick you off a couple of times a day, and you're logging back in and back and forth. And we're working with PC Solutions, NOAA, and we're working on trying to come up with a solution to fix that and get that covered under that grant. So that has to be written by the 19th. I don't know when the 19th is the closing day. I don't know when it would go into effect. But, it's a work in progress. And I think that's all I have for you guys. You have anything for me? Any questions? Comments, concerns? If you have concerns, there's the complaint department. You can see her tomorrow.
Yeah, right. We do have the black SUV now. Actually, Donna is taking it next week for conference. Instead of us having to drive our own vehicles, which is a huge plus.
That would be very nice.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We have Gage for the park board.
Yep, so unfortunately, we did not win the Impact 100 grant. However, they did award $1,000 to all the finalists that didn't get it. So we should see a check. And then Misty also brought another grant from Missouri State Parks to our attention, and Allie is actually working on writing that one. She's very familiar with the grant writing process from the fire department. As you know, park is closed this week for construction, and I'll let Robert elaborate more on the progress there, but it's going good.
Perfect, thank you. We have Robert with the building department.
We'll start with progress at the park. It looks like a bomb went off, so mind our best. Hopefully we'll have it done sooner than later. This month at the building department, not a whole lot going on, thankfully, because there's tons going on elsewhere. Just one new residential apartment at 261 Renee Street there on the cul-de-sac. We had that gentleman lot split that property, and he sold the partial, so they are building there, and they have actually started digging for a foundation. So, any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, there is no existing business, there is no new business, there is no closed session. There is no miscellaneous business unless you guys have something. In this. Yeah, so we do have the federal lawsuit that has been filed. We can't really mention anything other than we're in the preliminaries of it. And out of discovery, yeah. Yeah,
I know, that's why,
yeah, so it was on Facebook.
yeah, and
The
I did
gentleman
pull,
posted on
that we
Facebook.
didn't have to go into closed session, but we did, and we just can't talk.
Yeah, we just can't give you details.
Just want to make sure it's all part of it.
Did you say it on Facebook?
No, I did not say it.
Okay, well, they took it all down, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Okay, and then we have the adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Alderman Guerra makes a motion to adjourn. Alderman Losh, second the motion. Alderman Arledge.
Yes.
Alderman Losh.
Yes.
Alderman Guerin.
Yes.
Alderman Bushman. September 9th, 2025 regular Board of Aldermen meeting closes at 6:22.
Vacation. Yeah.